Okay. Namaskar, sirs. Should I start with my introduction?
Yes, from your code
Okay.
XYZ to carry on.
Okay. Good evening, sirs. My code is XYZ, and I'm a graduate in law, postgraduate in Sanskrit, with specialization in Phalit Jyotisham. Currently, I'm pursuing my PhD in Sanskrit under the field of IKS, which is Indian Knowledge Systems. Also, I'm working as an assistant professor of Sanskrit, specifically Phalit Jyotisham and IKS things. And my hobbies are reading and researching about Sankhya philosophy and Hindi, Sanskrit, and English oratory.
Okay, you're working as assistant professor in which college?
Central Sanskrit University, Delhi.
Okay. Uh, Please tell me Sanskrit is called the language of knowledge. What is the reason behind it?
Sir, when we talks about the language of knowledge, we talk about the vast literature it contains. So, if we just look at Sanskrit as a language which has everything contained in it, be it Vedas, Puranas, the Sahityas, Upanishads, so everything under the world, every knowledge you can go to Sanskrit and find any text in Sanskrit.
Okay. The advertisement is 47 or 240? 47. Advertisement number of your exam?
Sir, both are there. So,
Both are there. Okay.
sir, both are there. So, on 27th, my advertisement 47 interview will be there.
Okay. Do you think Sanskrit is becoming a dead language now? What is your perception?
No, sir, I don't agree to this particular perception because, as an Indian, if I say Satyamev Jayate is our Dheya Vakya, so we are not forgetting Sanskrit. And if we come to GPSC also, and various state institutions are having this Sanskrit Dheya Vakyas. Apart from that, I'm not going to the shlokas or the mantras. We are celebrating yogas. We are celebrating our traditional knowledge systems and which are imbibed in Sanskrit. I feel Sanskrit is reviving and it is not being dead.
Okay. What is the importance of Sanskrit language in Indian civilization?
Sir, in Indian civilization, if we go back to our history, and when we find the written history, which we cannot read, it begins with the Harappan civilization. But later on, when we can read the actual language and where we can understand the society, so it was the early and the later Vedic ages, and Sanskrit was prominent at that time. And till Gupta's period, Sanskrit was flourishing. So a lot about Indian civilization can be known from Sanskrit texts.
What do you understand by Indian knowledge system IKS? IKS.
Sir, yes, sir, IKS Indian Knowledge Systems is basically an initiative of Government of India Ministry of Education, where we are trying to revive the traditional knowledge of India. It is not only related to Sanskrit; it can be anything which is imbibed in our long living traditions. So it is related to every language which has been spoken and every literature and every knowledge which has been contained since times immemorial in India.
Why do you want to do government job? Any reason specific behind it? Government.
Sir,
Why you
for
want
a
to become
government
civil
job,
servant in another words?
I'm already,
Why you want to become civil
sir,
servant?
sir, becoming a civil servant, for every person, like everyone can do any job. And apart from my academics priority, when it comes to the civil services, it's a job which gives you social recognition and the job security as well. And also there you can do more to change lives of people.
Okay. Matlab any army or navy slogans you Sanskrit slogans can remember right now? Army, Navy, Air
Uh,
Force.
Sir, what I can tell her, there's a very famous two words thing, Veer Bhogya Vasundhara, which is cherished by even Army, Navy, and the Air Forces. So, which means that the world or the earth is led by the those who are brave.
Okay,
So, the
then.
bravery.
Okay, the next question will be asked by Shivanshu, sir. Mac Mentor, please ask the question.
Hi, Shivani ji. How are you?
Yes, yes.
So,
I'm fine, sir. Thank you.
your spelling is Shivani or Shivani that you have
It's a
written?
Shivani, Shivani.
B-A-N-I. Okay, what does it mean?
Sir, Shivani is the another name of goddess Parvati.
Okay, okay, okay. So you have done your BA from which college?
Sir, it was a college like Women University, Bhagat Phul Singh Mahila Vishwavidyalaya in Sonipat, Haryana.
Sonipat, Haryana. So first of all, the question that comes to my mind about women education in Haryana as well as sex ratio that is on generally on lower side as compared to other states. What are your take on this?
Sir, like in Haryana, what I feel is women are being encouraged for sports and as well as they are being encouraged for education too. We have there was an issue of sex ratio in Haryana which is being recognized and which is now the society is gradually moving to teaching girl education. Though there is a flaw there, for example, many a parents see it as that a degree is necessary for a girl's good marriage, right? So what we can say that the education is given to girls, but not always for the right reasons.
Okay, so what are the various measures that government is implementing or taking? Can you name a few?
Sir, one is Beti Bachao Beti Padhao Yojana, which is very famous in Haryana, and another is Sukanya Smridhi Yojana. And if I talk about Gujarat, there is this Wali Dikri Yojana.
So you must have heard about Beti Bachao Beti Padhao Yojana. Can you name the district from where it was started?
Sir, I'm not sure, but it was started from Panipat, I guess.
It is from Haryana. So this is the very reason because government is also thinking about this thing.
Yes, sir.
So can you link any like ancient civilization happening related with the low sex ratio of Haryana? Can you link anything, something like that? Have you heard about this kind of thing? Aryan
Sir,
invasion theory and all there.
Sir, I'm not very sure, or I'm not having good knowledge about this if in terms of ancient civilizations. But I can cite the other social reasons or the patriarchy behind the women, like women empowerment or the women issues in Haryana.
Okay, please name a few.
Sir, first thing is that the patriarchy itself becomes an issue, and patriarchy is imbibed not only in males but in females too. So that causes discrimination. Second thing is when, like as I have earlier cited, the education is being given, but education is not always given for the right reasons. Third is the right to choose the career and right to choose the marriage. So even females, even some kind of professions are still told to females that you should be doing this only after studies. And when it comes to marriages, even after education and empowerment, they are not always having the right to choose their partner.
Okay, last question related with Haryana. Why most of the battles are generally fought in the Haryana region, like Kurukshetra and all.
Sir, one reason was there that whenever the other foreign powers invaded, the Delhi was the center, and the nearest was the Haryana, where they wanted to stop other people. So that was the one cause. Second thing is the plains in Haryana is very specific. I'm not talking particularly about Marathas because that was an exception, but otherwise, the plains were the reason where the war could be fought easily.
Okay, so after seeing your profile, you look a little bit confused because you have given more than 5 years for BLLB and after that you pursued MA in Sanskrit. So, what are the major reasons? Were your initially your goal was not clear that you want to pursue Sanskrit as a your career prospects, or you just did BLLB because of patriarchy?
Sir, Sanskrit has been my course of study since my childhood. I have studied Sanskrit since Gurukula system, and after 10, when I decided to pursue civil services as the career, at that point of time there were two optionals. So I decided to choose one optional as the Sanskrit literature and another optional as the law because I felt that I found solace in reading the philosophy and the logics and the rules.
But initially,
So
when
that
you
was a processing thing that was not confusing.
But only one option is to be taken in civil services. Na? Why you are considering two things, law and Sanskrit?
Sir, like when I decided to pursue civil services in 2010, there used to be two optionals.
Okay, okay. Really sorry. So, what are your thoughts about IPC and BNS? Is there really there was a necessity to change or switch from IPC to BNS?
Sir, I feel the necessity to change was dire there because of the philosophy imbibed in IPC. Because when the Englishmen made the IPC, the idea of a sovereign national was taken as a different consideration. But when we talk about the BNS, we talk about justice more instead of penalization. So there was a need to change the mindset and change certain rules which are from the colonial mindset.
Okay. So another thing from Sanskrit, na, most of the people think that it is the right of Brahmins only to study Sanskrit and also perform all the rituals and all. We have seen in most of the places, most of the priests that belong to Brahmins. So, what do you think about this?
Sir, I see it at different time zones. First thing is that when we talk about the origin of Sanskrit during the Vedic civilization, even the Shudras and even the women could read Sanskrit and they could read Vedas. And if they could not read Vedas, they could read Upanishads and the Brahmanas and the Aranyaks. And when we talk about the modern times, the caste system in India has been such that we have encouraged it with joining it with a certain kind of professions. So because Brahmanism was earlier considered as superior to the other castes, so that's why they chose the so-called language of gods in this particular context, that many of those people were reading Sanskrit. But nowadays this has changed. Like even in my university, you can find every caste and every religion and every region people reading and teaching Sanskrit.
Okay, so you must have heard about New Education Policy 2020, NEP, New
Yes, sir.
Education Policy.
Yes, sir.
So, can you do you really think that government is considering three language formula as a key to success or key to excel in various fields? And how do you see Sanskrit in three language formula in NEP 2020?
Sir, I think the basic philosophy behind the new education policy is to change the idea of education, which is to impart ethical knowledge and not the three language formula. Three language formula is a part of the process. And when we come to the three language formula, we see that English is being considered the most used language. And in India, we have the multilingual system. So we are seeing that regional language is very essential for students. And third thing is that we have the not the national language, but we have the official language as Hindi. So I feel that three language formula is not to is not imposing on someone, but it is for the betterment of the students, so that the regional language thing is being provided to them.
Okay, my last question is: do you think that Jyotish, numerology, and all these things, is it really a science or it is superficial thing or something different? It is not a science. What do you think?
Sir, as a student of astrology in the Falit Jyotisham particularly, so I feel it is a science because it is based on the certain rules, and then it's evidence based. Just like you test the medicine on people, we have been testing the principles on various people's lives, and they are being getting true as also as facts. So I feel this is a science.
Okay, sir. Next.
Okay, next question will be asked by Joshi sir. Please continue. Joshi sir, please continue.
Okay. Good evening. I'm audible.
Good
Yes, you
evening,
are
sir.
audible.
Yes, sir.
कि आप गुजराती समझ सकती है आप?
हाँ सर समझी શકું છું બોલી
हाँ.
પણ શકું છું
ઓકે તો તમને ગુજરાતીમાં પ્રશ્ન પૂછું તો તમે કમ્ફર્ટેબલ છો?
હા સારું
ઓકે. તો તમે લોમાં પણ તમે સ્ટડી કરેલું છે ને સંસ્કૃત પણ તમે સંસ્કૃતમાં સ્ટડી કરેલું છે તો તમારી કોર સ્ટ્રેન્થ સ્ટ્રેન્થ તમારી વધારે શેમાં છે? તમે કયા ફિલ્ડમાં વધારે સ્ટ્રેન્થ અનુભવો છો?
sir what I should I answer in Gujarati itself.
No,
You can use
comfortable when
any
which
language,
language
no
you
issues with
comfortable?
the language.
Oh, okay. Sir, what I feel is both are my areas of interest because of the imbibed logics in both the languages. Like in Sanskrit, my field have been Falit Jyotisham as well as the philosophy, Indian philosophical schools. So both have the philosophy and the law has the jurisprudence and philosophy itself. So what I feel is both are my strong points, but what matters for me is the imbibed logics revolving around both the subjects.
ઓકે. સંસ્કૃત ભાષાનો મિનિંગ શું થાય? સંસ્કૃત ભાષા જે છે.
Sir, Sanskrit is coming from Su and Krit, so which means which is purified, which is Shuddha.
ઓકે. સંસ્કૃત ભાષાનો ઉદ્ભવ અને વિકાસ વિશે થોડું તમે જણાવી શકો? હિસ્ટ્રી વિશે
Uh,
તમારે.
yes, sir. Sir, what we see, Sanskrit was earlier.
પહેલા પણ કોઈ ભાષા અસ્તિત્વ ધરાવતી હતી.
Sir, first thing is we can never be sure about it, which was the oldest language. Because if I say today the Sanskrit was the oldest because of this particular evidence, the next day I can find another evidence which can prove me wrong. So we have the evidences that Sanskrit was used on the in the oldest times also, and we have evidences of some other languages and some other civilizations also, but we haven't yet reached to the particular conclusion.
ઓકે. તો ભારતની સૌથી જૂની ભાષા તરીકે અત્યારે કઈ ભાષા અસ્તિત્વ ધરાવે છે?
Sir, I guess Tamil is considered as par as the
આર યુ
Sanskrit.
શ્યોર યા फिर તમે ગેસ કરો છો?
Sir, I have heard about it.
ઓકે.
So,
સંસ્કૃત ભાષાનો મોડર્ન ગવર્નન્સમાં શું ઉપયોગ થઈ શકે?
sir, if I talk about Sanskrit in the modern governance, so I cannot say that it can be used by many people, but the literature and the knowledge imbibed in the Sanskrit language can be helpful in governance. For example, we have various Vedic texts and we have various Dharam Shastra texts which can come into picture when it comes to the justice and evidence systems. And also for governance, we have Artha Shastra and Panchatantra like things.
ઓકે. ઓકે. આપણે તમે લોમાં સ્ટડી કરેલો છે, તો રૂલ બાય લોમાં શું ડિફરન્સ છે?
Sir, rule by law means it's a narrow definition that whatever will be the law and the rule will be same. For example, a law can be wrong there in the definition of rule by law, but when it comes to rule of law, it means the justice. So the justice behind the rules can be modified for the sake of justice when it comes to the rule of law.
ઓકે. તમે હરિયાણાથી છો, તો હરિયાણામાં બેઝિક મુખ્ય ક્રોપ્સ કયા કયા લેવાય છે?
Sir, wheat and rice are the important crops over there. Sugar canes, jawar and bajra are also the other crops.
ઓકે. હરિયાણા અને ગુજરાતમાં સમાનતા અને ડિફરન્સ શું શું છે? સ્ટેટ વાઇઝ તમને જોવામાં આવે છે.
Sir, if I come to the language, generally Haryanvi is a dialect which is considered as very straightforward, which is not considered as the standard Hindi language and which is not soft at all. So when it comes to the Saurashtra Kathiawadi, we have the same dialect which is generally considered lesser on the softer side. Another thing is when it comes to the prosperity, both the states are having their pros in the economy and but when it comes to the society, what I feel is women in Gujarat are more empowered. For example, business done by women is given more recognition in Gujarat than in Haryana.
ઓકે. ગુજરાતમાં ટ્રાઇબલ ડેવલપમેન્ટનું મુખ્ય ઇશ્યુ શું છે?
Sir, what we see is that we have a larger population of tribes, like it's 14.5% in Gujarat in comparison to other states. So, apart from schemes, what I feel is that there can be some governance glitches, but another thing can be that we are always considering the Gujarat model of development. We may be focusing more on the economic development and we may be like lesser focusing on the tribal things, but I'm not very sure of the tribal issues in detail, so I cannot be
ઓકે.
commenting more on that.
ઓકે. ઓકે. માય લાસ્ટ ક્વેશ્ચન. ઇન્ડિયાનું પોપ્યુલેશન સારી એવી છે, લગભગ વર્લ્ડમાં ટોપ મોસ્ટ પોપ્યુલેશનમાં સ્ટીલ આપણે સ્પોર્ટ્સ ને બધી બધી એક્ટિવિટીઝમાં એટલા પાછળ કેમ છે? ફોર એક્ઝામ્પલ, રિસન્ટલી એમના ફૂટબોલની ઇવેન્ટ થઈ હતી. તો ફૂટબોલની ઇવેન્ટમાં આપણા એક સ્ટેટ કરતાં પણ ઓછી પોપ્યુલેશન વાળું જે કન્ટ્રી છે એ ટોપ 16માં પોતાની જગ્યા બનાવી લે છે, જ્યારે ઇન્ડિયન જે ટોપ 100માં પણ પોતાનો સમાવેશ નથી કરી શકતું, ફોર એક્ઝામ્પલ. તો એનું પાછળ શું છે? વાય વી આર લેકિંગ ઇન સ્પોર્ટ્સ?
Sir, when it comes to sports, a population is not the measure, but how the population is seeing the sports and how the population is being trained for sports is what matters. In India, we are focusing on sports now, but certain kind of sports are given more recognition than other sports. Another thing is that generally there is this parental recognition that their children should be learning those sports which are individual so that their children can get individual recognition. Exception is the cricket, but when it comes to football, they feel that when it comes to the teamwork, their child will not be given so much recognition. There are a lot of other issues. So that's why, like any country who trains its players, be it having the lesser population, can win the match.
ઇમ્પ્રુવમેન્ટ માટે તમે કોઈ સજેશન આપી શકો?
Sir, can you please repeat the question?
ઇમ્પ્રુવમેન્ટ માટે કોઈ સજેશન આપી શકો ઇન્ડિયન સોસાયટીમાં સ્પોર્ટ્સનું ઇન્વોલ્વમેન્ટ વધે એના માટે?
Sir, first thing is during LAP also we can focus more on sports education too. But what is needed is like considering the diversity of sports which we can have. Like we have the different geographical setups in India, and the people are having different build-ups. So they can be having good in one sports at one place and in other sports at another place. So we should be diversifying the focus on different kinds of sports so that like we can have more talent when it comes to the sports recognition on the world stage.
ઓકે.
Okay, next question will ask the Patel sir. Patel sir, please continue.
I am audible?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Shivani, what is Sankhya Darshan?
Sir, Sankhya or Shankara?
Sankhya Darshan.
Okay, sir, Sankhya philosophy is one among the major six Indian philosophical schools which are considered those who believe in the Vedas. When it comes to the Sankhya philosophy, so it contains the 25 elements as the basic component of the world and the population, and it sees Purusha and Prakriti as the dual things, where the concept of soul is subsidized in the Prakriti, and when it comes to the Purusha and Prakriti thing, it focuses that dukkha's are being recognized that there will be grief, but to counter that grief, what can be done is to detach yourself from the soul. The Purusha should be detached from the Prakriti, then the griefs can be ended.
So basic principles of Sankhya philosophy that can be used in oratory or speech.
Sir, we can use it for mental health. Like we are having a lot of mental stress. We are having a young population, and which says even the younger children can be found doing suicides or saying, "Okay, it is very getting life is getting difficult for even a 11-year-old child." Then it comes into the picture that people and children need to understand that whatever is happening is not actually happening, and how to detach yourself from the results. So that's how we can improve the mental health, and we cannot be like just based on the result based systems.
Uh, uh, as per you, best three Indian politics, best three orators in Indian politics. Who are them? As per you,
Three Indian
orators.
orators.
Uh,
Sir, Sushma Swaraj was there, Indira Gandhi was there, and for like third, I guess the current prime minister is also good at oratory.
what have you learned from them?
Sir, if I go back to Madam Indira Gandhi ji, so she was always bold and brave. So one can learn to be more confident when it comes to speeches. When it comes to Sushma Swaraj ji, I can be learning the hold over the language, the uses of the synonyms in the Hindi language can be learned for a good orator. When it comes to Narendra Modi ji, he always speaks like he's always in a conversational mode to people. So, what a good orator can do is to understand the mood and emotions of the people and to speak accordingly.
Okay. How many Jyotirlings are there in Gujarat?
Sir, there are two Jyotirlings in Gujarat.
Name them.
Sir, Somnath and Nageshwar.
Its importance in Indian knowledge system.
Sir, when it comes to the Indian knowledge systems, what we consider is when it comes to the spirituality in our culture. So the Lord Shiva is considered the Lord of the death, and he is taken for understanding the spirit of even having the poison for doing the good deeds. So there are 12 Jyotirlings which are important in 12 different sectors of life, and Gujarat has two from them.
Okay. UGC IKS guideline 2025 5% credit. What does it mean?
Sir, I'm not actually aware about this thing.
Okay. Last question. Do you know about FCRA bill?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Tell me something about it.
Sir, it's related to the foreign funding which is given to different organizations and different NGOs. Earlier, there were not stricter rules, and later on, when the government has recognized that some NGOs are having the foreign influence, which can hamper the peace and prosperity of our nation and even the security of our nation. So the FCRA rules have been tightened, and there has been a check of how the foreign funding is being used by the organizations. Like for the purpose which it is taken, it should be used accordingly, solely.
Okay. Okay. Sure.
Okay. Okay. Intro is finished. Now we have to give some feedbacks. Okay. Shivani
Yes, sir.
ji, first of all, you are not making any smile on your face. Means,
Yes, sir.
means during giving answer, please try to have some smile. Second is always
Yes, sir.
try to put your answer point wise so that the time is utilized less because there the actual interview we have less time, mostly 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, we have taken almost
Yes, sir.
30 minutes. The rest is
Yes,
all
sir.
okay. The next feedback will be given by the all the respective sirs. Okay, sir, please give the feedbacks.
Thank you, sir.
So, when is your interview? What is your interview date?
Tomorrow another mock will be there for her.
Okay,
Second mock. Okay.
ठीक है तो
For today's feedback you can give, sir.
ठीक है तो मैडम ना ये कुछ चीज़ें हैं जैसे कि लैंग्वेज पे संस्कृत फेमस है तो इस पे कुछ क्वेश्चंस होंगे प्लस जैसे ऑफिशियल लैंग्वेज होगी एक क्लासिकल लैंग्वेज होगी 8 शेड्यूल होता है ना इन सब के बारे में
Yes, sir.
तो ये पढ़ लीजिएगा फिर क्या है ना जैसे शुगर केन वगैरह होता है हरियाणा और ये वेस्टर्न यूपी वाले रीजन में तो आजकल ना चीनिंग जो शुगर होती है उस पे कुछ इम्पोर्ट रिस्ट्रिक्शन वो एक्सपोर्ट रिस्ट्रिक्शन लगा दिए हैं 15 दिन से ज़्यादा का नहीं रख रहे हैं तो अभी इथेनॉल और शुगर दोनों को कैसे बैलेंस कर रही है गवर्नमेंट ना उन सब चीज़ों पे कि इथेनॉल की वजह से जो हमारा फूड कंजम्पशन है वो पैटर्न चेंज हो रहा है हमारी चीनी नहीं मिल पा रही है चीनी 50% 100% ऐसे बढ़ गई तो ऐसे क्वेश्चन देखिएगा ओवरऑल अच्छा है आपको बस ये मत सोचिएगा कि अगर आप संस्कृत में हैं तो एलएलबी वाले क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछेंगे क्योंकि ज़्यादातर चीज़ें ना आजकल यही सारी चीज़ें हो रही हैं प्लस ज्योतिष के बारे में थोड़ा सा और देख लीजिएगा क्या क्या चीज़ें हैं थोड़ा सा आप अगर चाहें ना तो अपना एक डिटेल्ड थोड़ा बायोडाटा हमें सर को दे दीजिएगा तो हम थोड़ा सा और देख लेंगे आपके क्योंकि मेन आपका बायोडाटा इतना अच्छा है इतना वास्ट है कि ज़्यादातर क्वेश्चन उसी से बनेंगे जो स्माइल वाली बात है वो आप मेंटेन रखिएगा चश्मा यही रहेगा आपका फाइनल इंटरव्यू के दिन भी स्पेक्ट्स यही
Yes,
लगाती है
sir.
ना
Or otherwise, I'm trying to find a new frame here in Ahmedabad.
अच्छा ठीक है मतलब आप अपने हिसाब से जिसमें आप कंफर्टेबल हो वैसा करिए लुक थोड़ा सा वैसा रखिएगा आप ठीक है बाकी जैसे आप तुलसी माला पहनती हैं
Yes, sir.
तो इंटरव्यू में भी पहन के जाने वाली हैं आप
Yes, sir.
तो ठीक है उस हिसाब से आप अपने कपड़े डिसाइड करिएगा कलर कॉम्बिनेशन एंड ऑल है ना ओके
Yes,
सर
sir.
कल
Okay.
बाकी चीजें कल हो जाएंगी डिटेल बायोडाटा आप दे दीजिएगा जी
Okay, Joshi sir and
Yes,
Patel
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Joshi sir and Patel sir.
शिवानी जी,
Yes, sir.
आप थोड़ा ये तो हमने क्वेश्चन पूछ लिया, लेकिन गुजरात की वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट की स्कीम ओरिएंटेड जो भी है वो भी थोड़ा पढ़ लीजिएगा। जब आप गुजरात में इंटरव्यू देने आएंगे तो
Sure.
गुजरात का तो पूछेंगे ही, और वुमेन एम्पावरमेंट के बारे में
Sure.
ज़्यादा पूछेंगे। ठीक है, और थोड़ा करंट अफेयर भी कर लीजिएगा, जैसे आईकेएस में यूजीसी आपको नहीं
Yes.
आया, वो उसके बारे में थोड़ा पढ़ लीजिएगा।
Yes.
और थोड़ा स्माइल रखिए जैसे सब सर ने बोला है, या फिर कल हम वापस देखेंगे।
Yes, sir.
ठीक है, ओके।
Yes,
ओके,
sir.
जोशी सर।
शिवानी जी, आपको
Yes, sir.
मैंने गुजराती में क्वेश्चन पूछा। वो मैंने इसलिए पूछा कि कोई पैनल मेंबर हो सकता है वो उसको इंग्लिश या हिंदी में कंफर्टेबल ना हो, तो आप उस हिसाब से कंफर्टेबल हो जाए, इसलिए मैंने थोड़ा गुजराती,
Yes,
मतलब
sir.
ज्यादातर क्वेश्चन गुजराती में ही पूछा था, इसलिए आप वो कंफर्टेबल रहे और आप मतलब सही से वो सब अंडरस्टैंड किया और आंसर दिया, तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। वैसे सर ने बोला टू द पॉइंट, मतलब है ना कि मतलब बहुत लंबा लंबा एक्सप्लेनेशन के बजाय टू द पॉइंट आंसर रखने की कोशिश कीजिए, वरना वैसे कॉन्फिडेंस आपका अच्छा है, बाकी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। और क्वेश्चन में अगर थोड़ा स्पीड भी थोड़ा हो सके तो थोड़ा मतलब माइल्ड रखिए, मतलब बहुत स्पीड से मतलब आंसर मत दीजिए, क्योंकि है ना वहाँ वो एजेड लोग होते हैं तो उतना वो कैचअप नहीं कर पाते ना जल्दी से, तो फिर वो उसको समझ में
Yes,
नहीं
sir.
आएगा आप क्या बोल रहे हैं, तो थोड़ा स्पीड थोड़ा हो सके तो थोड़ा मीडियम स्पीड से।
Yes.
तो है ना, अगर आपको कोई क्वेश्चंस का आंसर नहीं पता है तो थोड़ा मतलब ऐसा हो तो शुरू से मना कर दीजिए, कोई इश्यू नहीं है। मैंने आप ट्राइबल डेवलपमेंट का क्वेश्चन पूछा, आपको पता था, मुझे नहीं, आपको जितना ज्यादा मालूम नहीं होगा, तो अब थोड़ा वो बेस बना के मना कीजिए, उससे अच्छा है कि पहले से मना कर दीजिए। ऐसा कुछ क्वेश्चन लगे
Yes,
कि वो
sir.
आप आउट ऑफ रेंज है तो आपके लिए वो बेटर रहेगा, मतलब आपका टाइम
Yes,
कंज्यूम
sir.
नहीं होगा ज्यादातर इसलिए।
Yes,
और
sir.
ओवरऑल बाकी सही है, कॉन्फिडेंस भी अच्छा है आपका, तो ऑल द बेस्ट फ्यूचर।
Thank
ओके
you, sir.
शिवानी जी, तो जो
Thank you, sir.
कल का इंटरव्यू होगा उसके लिए आज का फीडबैक इंपॉर्टेंट है, देख लीजिएगा, ठीक है? कल सेम टाइम
Yes, sir.
6:37 के अराउंड, ठीक है?
Right,
ओके।
sir.
ओके सर।
Okay.
ओके,
Thank
थैंक
you,
यू।
sir.
हाँ।
Hmm.